You can go anywhere to get the lies, but I know you came here to get the truth. Welcome to the Alphasphere. Welcome to the Alphasphere, the only place on the planet that's totally engulfed in positivity and totally submerged in alpha energy. I'm your host, Dr. BOA. Single moms are not inherently bad people. I'm not going to sit and tell you that. Some of the nicest women I've ever met have been single moms. Some of the most attractive women I've ever met have been single moms. Some of the hardest working women I've ever met have been single moms. Some of the most frugal with money women I've ever met have been single moms. I'm not saying single moms are not amazing people, because some of them are, but we're not talking about what kind of people they are. We're talking about a wife. We're talking about what that represents. I guess the reality of the scenario is this. Some men have been raised in this society to believe that because they were raised by a single mom, then it is okay to wife one up. It is okay for your wife to be what your mother was because you love your mother so much. I get that. Can't knock that at all. But at the same time, we do have to keep in mind that there are some particular nuances that come with that. And that's why many men stay away from it. But what we're talking about today is Draymond Green. Draymond Green, who has recently, in spite of what he has seen Steph do, in spite of what he has seen LeBron do, in spite of what he has seen whoever else do, has decided that he's going to wife up a single mom. But not just any single mom, a TV personality single mom, a regular single mom, a seeking validation on social media single mom. Now, her daughter is with Jacob Pullen. I don't know if you guys know who Jacob Pullen was. I didn't know who he was, but he's a former basketball player as well. That's how she got a gig on Basketball Wives. So he married a basketball wife, but not his basketball wife. Now we're talking about Draymond Green, 4-time NBA champion. Draymond Green, man who's been winning rings his whole career almost, been an integral part of a championship team, leader of a team. But that's not the problem. Okay, say you got money, you want to marry a regular chick. Here's the problem. When you look at Rich Paul and how he's been kicking it with ADELE, let's compare the two. Because we're in the Alphasphere here. So we're not gonna worry about feelings over here. We're gonna talk about the reality of life. ADELE's net worth is $220 million. Hazel Renee's net worth is $520,000. So when you ask yourself, when you look at a man who has a chance to be into that kind of money and he still won't do it. Now, who's to say Rich Paul won't ever wife her up? Who's to say he won't? But up to this point, he hasn't. And she has verbally relayed to everyone how amazing he is and how she feels about him and all that. He's taking on some business opportunities for. Now, granted, they want to act like Rich Paul is doing not the kind of his heart. No. He's saying, okay, I can get you the best deal out of this, but I guarantee you he's taking his agent fee. Guarantee you he's taking his management fee out of all of this. Rich Paul is worth $120 million himself. Biggest, brightest sports agent in the NBA. Bunch of superstars under his belt, namely his homie LeBron. But he's got quite a few more throughout a few sports. So the reality of the scenario is this. Why is it that Rich Paul hasn't married this woman yet, but Draymond Green has? It's because Rich Paul is looking at what he's worth and making a logical decision about how much it benefits him to marry this woman when he's already getting everything he could possibly get. If Rich Paul wanted to have a kid with her right now, man, she'd be pregnant in a couple of months. See, the difference is if you're a man who doesn't understand your value, then you think it's your job to go and rescue a woman. You want to go and save her and bring her up to your level. I hear guys talking about that all the time, man. You want to save a woman and bring her up to your level. Well, what if she ain't equipped for that level? See, the difference in bringing someone up from a lower level to your level and your rise to that level is you went through every step. If you're on level 10, there's no way you skip level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You can't skip them. You know what I'm saying? You may get a couple of jewels on the way to help you slide through a level real quick, but you're not going to skip no levels. But if you bring a woman from level 2 up to level 10, man, she ain't equipped for that. She'll never appreciate it. Women only appreciate what they work for. Women only appreciate what they grind for. And a woman with a net worth of $520,000, which ain't a bad net worth by average American terms, but we're talking about a multimillionaire, Draymond Green, who is trying to work himself up on a max contract for his next contract. Don't know if he'll get it or not. I hope he does. Won't be from the Warriors, though. So when you really think about it,
when you see social media is a woman's god, and any woman who has gotten any shine or any revenue or any resource or any connections from social media is her god. She worships social media. She worships social media. SJ just made a great point, man, and he married this chick in California. Only thing worse than marrying in California is divorcing in California, which is automatic since you married in California. You got to keep in mind, man, simps lead with their wallet. A man who is worth all that money, who picks up a woman who is from that walk of life, and also a baby mama from another dude, another athlete. Come on, bro. That don't make sense to me. Why are you in your position in life even dating down like that? Like, that's the level of a jump off chick for a multimillionaire athlete. Now, I'm not saying she has, a terrible track history or anything like that. I'm not saying she's Brittany Renner and then like that, but she is a single mom who has made the majority of her fame and fortune from her stint on social media and on a reality TV show. And we know that those reality TV shows don't give up the highest quality women. We know that. But here's the problem with what Draymond did. Divorce is a likelihood in all marriages in the United States. When you say the marriage rate is 50% or better, and regardless of who want to try to shift it and act like we're not talking about current times, you're right. It's higher in current times. When you think about the divorce rate and how likely it is that your marriage is going to end in divorce and that divorce is going to be initiated by your wife, it's fool's gold to not be with a woman who has her own money. If you're a millionaire, you gotta wife a woman who has her own money if you're gonna do it. You cannot wife a woman who has nothing, because the way you upgrade her life, then they're gonna require you to help her maintain that lifestyle in the event of divorce. So it just doesn't make sense. But these NBA players, man, they bona fide suckers, man. Steven Jackson, man, he over there hanging out on O Block, man. What he should have been doing is hanging out in the Alphasphere, trying to figure out how he got tied up with a bra where he at the wedding about to walk down the aisle and she still ain't signed a prenup yet. Dude, how you even at the chapel if she ain't signed a prenup yet? But you got to understand, these guys do not elevate themselves above women. And it's kind of the same thing with the cold approach. I'm not going to cold approach anything that's beneath me. I'm not going to act like I got to have something that's beneath me. I never look at something that's beneath me and say, ooh, I got to have that. That'll change my life. I just don't do it. So it's not about anything other than the way I view myself. I view myself on a certain level. I view myself from a certain perspective. And that's all I tell men, that you got to, man. You got to view yourself from a certain perspective. And that's the true perspective of who you are. But first, you have to know yourself. Being a millionaire doesn't change you from being a simp. You take a broke simp, give him $10 million, he's a simp with $10 million. You take the broke off, leave the simp on, he's still a simp. Here's the problem with men who make money. When you get to the money, you just got to change the way you view women. You got to have a woman who getting that money, man. You got to have a woman who getting to the money. You got to. And if you're not going to have a woman who getting to the money, damn sure don't have somebody else baby mama. It just don't make sense, man. Men don't make women earn anything. What has a woman with a child by another man worth $520,000? What has she earned to be put in a position to be the wife of a millionaire, to have access to a millionaire status life? What has she done to earn that? She's had a failed relationship. What has she done to earn that? Now, you could say Adele has had a failed relationships too, but Rich Paul didn't marry her. Not yet. But Adele also has a net worth of $220 million. So if Rich Paul was to marry Adele and something happens to him and he down and out for a minute and can't service his clients the way he need to, and they go to another agency, guess what he knows? He knows that his woman got the type of money, man, that they can sustain the lifestyle, man. And that's the main thing. That's what a helpmeet is. What kind of helpmeet is a woman with that net worth and a child by another man already bringing baggage that you got to provide for and take care of? What kind of helpmeet can she be? I think that's the problem with modern men. The reason why marriage is failing, because men don't think about the helpmeet part of it. They want to go and be a 50-50 partner. 50-50 relationship is for beta male simp manginas, man. If you're a man and you're in a 50-50 relationship, you're a sucker. Because there's only two kind of relationship. There really ain't no such thing as a 50-50 relationship. Even the woman doing the bulk, carrying the bulk of the load, or you carrying the bulk of the load. There's no 50-50 split relationship. Y'all may split the rent, and I'm going to be honest with you. If you and a woman splitting the rent, boy, you ain't got no old lady. You got a roommate. Y'all might as well sleep in separate bedroom. And 9 times out of 10, if you're in that situation, it's because the woman need that, not because she give a damn about you needing it. You know what I'm saying? And I know guys who are in those situations, man, married and split the rent or split the house note, whatever they paying, they split it down the middle. Splitting it down the middle, man, listen, this whole concept of anything being the way it is gone. The woman don't even know anything about money. She don't know what to do with no millions of dollars. Hell, I meet women now don't know what to do with thousands of dollars. You know what I'm saying? Man, the majority of women right now who live in check to check, give them 10 bands, man, it'll be gone tomorrow. And they'll still have bills they didn't pay. I can guarantee it. I wish I could do that. Just travel around and document in different cities. How many women who are living check to check would take 10 bands, man, and do that with it? You see them, man, they got new clothes, man, they got new shoes, man, they went and they did all kind of things, man, went and furnished their crib, man, did a whole bunch of things, man, and still got debt, still didn't pay off the credit card debt. So you'll be surprised, man, that when you put a woman in a position like this, man, she don't know what she doing. She don't know what's going on. She just know that she finna capitalize on the situation. She about to be in a situation, man, where this is life changing for her. This is life altering for her. This boy done fell in love with another dude, baby mama, man, who ain't got no money and ain't used to no money. There's a connection that happens when a man and woman willingly have a child together. Regardless of what happens in a relationship moving forward, there's something that happens. There's a magic that happens between a man and woman who willingly lay down and create a child together. There's a certain connection that it takes between two people to create that child, and they are willing to create it. That bond can never be broken. And I'm not finna wife up no woman who has that bond with another dude. I'm not finna legally wife up nobody though. So when I talk about that, you know what I mean? I guess you can scrap that. 'Cause I'm not finna legally marry no one.